Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will prepare some Jamaican curry beef in my kitchen. So if you are interested, please remember to give me a thumbs up for this recipe. Subscribe if you are new. I really appreciate it. Let's get started. So first I will be using my pressure cooker. So here I am adding 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil. I'm also adding 2 teaspoons of better pack curry. That's my favorite curry powder, but you can always use your favorite. So after I add the curry powder into the pressure cooker, I am going to let it bring out burn for like a few seconds. Not really say burn guys, but just to bring out the flavor of the curry before I add my seasoned beef. So what I will do is I will list the ingredients that I use in this recipe in the description box below, so remember to check it out. Normally I like to season my meat ahead of time, probably like a few days before I prepare the recipe, alright? So that's what I always do. So as I said, I'm gonna leave all the ingredients that I use to season the beef in the description box below. So here I am adding the seasoned beef in my pressure cooker. So after I finish adding the beef, I am going to use the spoon to stir it very well, just to coat each piece fully in the curry. So guys, when you add your curry powder in the oil, do not let it become black. If it is black, then when you cook your meat, it will taste bitter. So just do it for a few seconds and then you add your meat. So after I'm finished stirring, I am going to cover the pressure cooker and let it spring some juices of its own. That way it will bring out all the flavors together. And also if you did not marinate your beef, you should not skip this step. So after about 5 minutes, this is how the beef look. It spring a little water. These are the juices that were released from the beef. So I am just giving it a stir. Afterwards, I'm going to pour some hot water on the beef. Normally, I don't cook my meat with cold water, so that when I use hot water, it will not stop the cooking process, so your meat will become juicy and tender. So I'm just adding enough water just to cover the meat, alright, just to cover the level of the meat. So after I'm finished doing so, I am going to cover the pressure cooker and let it pressure for about 15 minutes. My pressure cooker, it pressures very fast, so I don't need to pressure it for a long time. So as you notice, after I add the hot water, about a minute or two, it starts boiling. So if you added cold water, it will take a longer time to start boiling than when you add the hot water. So I'm just going to cover and let it pressure as I said earlier, and then I will return. So guys, note that the pressure cooker varies, the time varies. So if yours take a longer time than mine, don't worry about that. Once it's pressured, that is what is important. So after the meat finished pressuring, I removed it from the pressure cooker and placed it into another pot. So here I have it on the stove, and I'm just using a fork just to check how tender the meat is. After I am finished doing so, I am going to add some all-purpose season to the pot. So when you're cooking your meat, you taste this and adjust the seasoning or the salt or whatever you think the meat needs, alright? So for me, mine need a little bit more flavor even though I seasoned it properly. So I'm just adding like a teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning. I'm adding a little salt, maybe about a half a teaspoon or a quarter teaspoon of salt. So you just taste as you go along. I'm also adding some pimento seeds. Then you stir your meat, alright guys, because you want the season to be distributed evenly. So I will not be adding any scotch bonnet pepper to my meat. While I was seasoning it, I added scotch bonnet pepper, so it was spicy already. So I like to add like a tablespoon of butter to my sauce. If you don't want to add it, you don't have to add it. Alright, for me, butter make everything nice. So I like to add the butter to my beef when I'm making the gravy, but it's optional. So here I'm adding some onion. So guys, you add the natural season to your preference. Alright, so I don't like to cook with a lot of natural season, but you do you and you do and I do me. Alright, so I also added some crushed garlic cloves, some scallion, thyme, and I also added ginger. You can't cook curry without ginger, guys, so you have to add a ginger. Okay, so after I'm finished adding all the season, I like to stir it, give it a good stir. Then you still have to taste and see if it needs anything else. Alright, so that's what I am doing there. So you could also add some carrots and Irish potatoes, but today, guys, I don't feel for any of that in mine, so I'm just going to leave it out. So I'm just going to cover the pot and let it cook for about 10 more minutes, and then it will be all done. So look at my curry beef, guys. It is looking so juicy and delicious. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please remember to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, comment, as I love to hear from you, and share the video, guys, if you can. I will really appreciate it. So it's great having you here with me, and you can always comment down below. Tell me what you want to see me cook next in my kitchen, and that's from my kitchen to yours. Enjoy.